Okay, so if you've been to the shop, you know I've been selling masks here, and I've been selling, and I've got to take this off because you're never gonna understand anything I'm saying. But I'm doing the a mask from NOLA Bow Ties, and this is Dave Holt from NOLA Bow Ties, and I guess I'll give you the I don't know how you got into this. I don't know anything about the bow tie. I have no idea. So I'm gonna tell them real quick the story. I was because we ship coffee a lot, you know. So I use parcels and post down there, and I needed, you know, it's like all of a sudden, you know, oh now we need masks or whatever, and so I saw your masks, I grabbed some, and I was like, you know, people are coming through the shop. I needed a mask. I found one that people would love it, so I think it would be a great thing to put in the store. So I got you on the phone. I'm like, hey, can I have 100, 200, whatever you got? And you're like, I can get you 50. And I'm like, whatever, bring them, you know. And then that's it. That's all I know. And you've been bringing them, and we've been selling a bunch of them here at the shop, and they're super cool. And anytime I wear them, you know, people are like, oh, where'd you get that one from? I'm like, well, actually, you know. So how would I mean? And you're a home inspector. I've got to like. How did all this happen? You gotta help me out here. So I don't know. I have no idea. This is me finding out.
So in 2013, a friend visited me who I had known in AmeriCorps and worked with in AmeriCorps, and she was moving back to New Orleans. And she had a chihuahua, and the chihuahua had a bow tie on.
Oh,
and it just blew my mind.
The chihuahua had a bow tie. All right.
The chihuahua had a black bow tie on. It just killed me. So we went on the internet to see how to make a bow tie because I wanted to make one for my dog. And there were a few videos on at the time, videos, YouTubes, how to make a bow tie. So I got my grandmother's Singer sewing machine out of my attic, which I'd never opened. And we got that down, and sure enough, it worked. The light still worked. It was threaded. It still sewed. And we made a bow tie for my dog. And we made a couple more, and then we thought, how hard is it to make one for an adult? And we Googled it, and there were some YouTubes, and we made a couple, and
Chihuahua.
But these were for adults. We made some for adults.
For adults, yeah.
And in reading on the internet, apparently the bow ties were making a big comeback among millennials and baby.
Yeah.
So someone saw us make one, and he was going to University of Miami, and he said, I have to get something for my fraternity as a gift. He goes, could you make 300 of those? And we're like, I guess we could. So we made 300 for the University of Miami, and then another school, UNC, someone saw those and said, could you make 200 or whatever? And next thing you know, we were making bow ties. And we never planned on starting a business out of it, but it just grew into people were looking for them. They'd see them and they want them, and we'll make them and we'll sell them.
Yeah.
So that was 2013, and
so that's a good. Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, 7 years ago. So we make gradually grew and grew.
It was me doing the math.
Good math.
Yeah.
So it gradually grew into a little part-time business making bow ties, and then we started making pocket squares, and over the years, then. I think the next thing was dog bandanas that slide on the dog's collar. But anyway, long story short, that's what we did for the first 7 years.
So you were already doing that, and then this COVID thing happened.
The COVID thing happened.
You switched into
all the stores that were selling our products closed, and you couldn't give a bow tie away.
Yeah,
we were dead in the water like everyone else.
Yeah.
So we realized, we have a lot of time and we have a lot of fabric and we know how to sew. And all of a sudden, everyone was saying people need masks.
Yeah.
So, and originally it was the healthcare workers. It wasn't everyone. It was the healthcare professionals needed masks. So we thought, well, we have time and materials. Why don't we just make them and donate them? So we Googled a pattern, and we started making a few and posted it on Facebook. And the response was overwhelming. I mean, we had thousands of requests from healthcare workers, first care responders, and so I got volunteers to help us sew them, and people donated all the elastic and the fabric, and we made over 2,000 of those. Wow. We donated over 2,000 masks.
Wow.
As we were doing that, people who weren't in the healthcare business or whatever were asking, can they buy one? And at first we were kind of like, well, I feel kind of weird selling one when we're donating them. But we can't just make them and donate them to everyone. And eventually we realized, everyone's going to need to buy a mask somewhere. So
So are these are these like, I guess these are the stuff you were doing bow ties out of?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
We had fabric around
Fabric
like
that you were doing the bow ties.
We do a little zippy bag. We call it a little zippered bag, and we were making those out of that.
Uh-huh.
But so we started buying fabric, paint. Buying the elastic. We don't use any of the donated material, and we started making out of a lot of the fabrics that we were making bow ties. We had been making bow ties out of this for years.
Yeah.
And we just started making masks out of them.
And people, look, I'm telling you, when I wear mine anywhere, people love it. And it's funny, like, I was at Feet First store down there.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one knows. But anyway, I walk in with, they don't know me. I walked in with this. And they're like, "Oh, you got your mask over at the CR coffee shop?" And I'm like, "Well, actually, yes." Long story short, I totally did.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like with at least up and down the block, people know to come here for them. You know?
Yeah, actually, all our stores, pretty much, the majority of our stores are on Magazine Street, which I love Magazine Street, so that's right up my alley.
The cool part about Magazine, I've done a couple of episodes already about Magazine. The cool part about Magazine is the small business and how they help each other.
Yeah.
And really, now that I've really become a part of this, man, if it's not on Magazine Street, I don't buy it. You know, it's crazy. You know, and everybody's, definitely a big thing. So what you've got a couple of you got something else to show us here. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is the crabs.
Mm-hmm. There you go. The crabs and then the other thing is the kids ones. I got to bring that up because my son, when he first saw the masks, he was like, "Oh, can I get a Paw Patrol mask?" That was his thing. He just wanted the Paw Patrol mask. Had to have the Paw Patrol mask. You made a couple of Paw Patrol. You've got some Paw Patrol masks. You made a couple of them. Yeah. And boy, let me tell you what, he's like pumped. He thinks he is the coolest guy ever with the Paw Patrol mask. He just wears it around the house now. He's 4, so that's his whole thing. He's a trip. He loves it.
We have,
but you've got a bunch of them in the
This is one that. This is actually made by a local artist, Caroline Munioka, and she goes by Masu. And this was actually silk screened right here in New Orleans. So these are silk screened one at a time, and then it'll be, we'll sew up the ends, and it'll be a mask. But that's the design of that one.
And
we're real
cool.
happy about that. They're just coming out this week.
Yeah, those are super cool.
This is one of our new ones. Our crawfish,
big old crawfish.
New Orleans. Gotta have crawfish.
Yeah, that one's nice.
Yeah.
It's like a seersucker texture.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
So anyway, NOLA Bow Ties. You can check. We've got them here at the shop. NOLABEAUXTIES.com, I guess. BEAUX ties.
Yeah.
Go check them out. And we've been. I mean, we can't keep them in stock. We can sell them as fast as you can bring them in. That's just the thing. And making them cool. And you know what I mean. This is a terrible, terrible situation. And you're making it just a little bit more fun. Yeah. Really. I mean, I was wearing the one with the snowballs yesterday, and people are like, "Where'd you get this?" Yeah. It's.
We're trying to keep a New Orleans theme.
The theme's great, and like I said, you're just taking a bad. You've taken a bad situation, and you've made it sort of fun, and I don't really like it. So
we need people. You got to wear masks. Mask up, NOLA.
Mask up. NOLA Bow Ties. Thank you so much, Dave, for coming in. Can we do that? Yeah, we can. We got to